Here's a really complex exercise. It's the concept of it is really simple. It's basically 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't matter what frets you do it on. I know you can't see my dots. It doesn't really matter. I'm basically one finger per fret. 1, 2, 3, 4. But the pattern is every time you play a finger, you change strings, but you only play on 2 strings. So the simplest way is to play it on the top 2 strings, the E and the A string. So you do 1, 2, 3, 4. And maybe just do that at first. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And you can get bigger. Etc. But then what I do, this is where it gets really hard, is I invert it every second time you play it. So you play 1, 2, 3, 4, then you flip it around. So you do 1 on the A string, 2 on the top string, 3 on the A string, 4 on the top string. So and it's still just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the picking is really tricky because whether you use economy picking or alternate picking, you're kind of screwed either way. So if you look at my pick, I've got down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, which is really awkward when you do alternate picking. So my reasoning behind it is sometimes when you're improvising, sometimes you end up with sort of wrong picks, and you can kind of get good at picking wrong, picking badly. So that's kind of what this is about. It's just about being in the moment and just trying to play, still be able to keep your chops up regardless of what your brain is telling your fingers to do. So anyways, then you can get, this is where it gets really tricky too, is when you start jumping it around. Hard not to hit a wrong string. Then what you do is you do accents with this too. So you accent everything that's happening on the top string and sort of hide everything that's happening on the other string. So you hear that coming out. And if you bring your jumps into that too. Anyways, then you hide the top string and you bring out the other string. You see, it sounds completely different. And if you listen to the other side is super quiet, so the amount of control you need in your pick to pull that off is, it really works your control a lot. That's really tough. Then you bring stretches into that. So instead of playing 1, 2, 3, 4 once per fret, you do 1, 2, 3, 4. You jump a fret between each finger. And then you bring your jumps into that as well. Gets really ridiculous, but it's great for just warming up and working on your chops.